What's up, everybody? Well, I got another FIREBAT mini PC gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try ourselves out some Total War Warhammer 3. Now, the game ran on the Steam Deck of the Ally, but it seems like it's limited to 30 FPS, so if that's all the game can really do, then this thing actually might have a chance. And now it's running the latest version of Windows, and somebody told me theirs stopped stuttering, like mine was, after they upgraded, so that would be great. Now, just because it doesn't do it in this game doesn't mean it never will, I guess, but hopefully it won't do it. It just will never happen again. That'd be just great. But just being realistic, I'm hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst kind of thing. You know? So why don't we go hop on in the game and see how it plays? And at least now I got a keyboard and mouse. I mean, I'm gonna have to sit uncomfortably on the floor, but who cares? I can deal with that for a little bit of gameplay for you guys. So let's go get started, shall we?
Well, alright, this did not run very well on the Ally X, so it's probably not going to run well here either, but I just wanted to try anyway. And remember, we are using OBS, so it's going to kill a couple FPS. But there's the settings we're going to go, just high, 1080p, just like we did in the X. So, let's go hop into the game and see if we can get some FPS that's like a little more playable than this. Alright, well, it's looking like no, we definitely did not. We're getting like in the teens still. Even without recording, it was like 19, 18, 20. So, unfortunately, unless you're okay with 17 FPS, I don't think 1080p and high is the way to go on this particular game. I mean, in general on this thing, most of the time you can't have 1080p. It almost always uses too much VRAM. But I think this game just is using too much of everything. Except the CPU. GPU is just kind of chilling.
We should be
Although
cautious.
I guess it could be maxing one core out or something like that. So I guess we can't say that for sure.
Chaos. The further north we travel, the stronger it becomes. We move north.
We found supplies in the snow. From Dervingard.
Dervingard? How did they get here?
Well, perhaps 900p in medium settings will do a little bit better. So we'll just have to see. But alright, why don't we get into the game again and see how it does now? Alright, so let's try 900p out. With medium settings, this seems to be going a lot better as far as FPS goes. The frame times are still a little wonky, but I think that's because of our memory. That seems to be different types of frame time skips than when it's doing its weird stutters that it usually does. At least that's how I've usually differentiated them. I guess we'll see at 720p if it starts doing the other type. That's usually where it happens. Which is sad, because normally you need 720p to get playable FPS at on this kind of thing.
You have found respite. Together, we can overcome the trials ahead. Our journey.
The cold bites deep. The shelter is not enough.
Build a camp. Then we can rest.
The order has been given. But the camp will take time. The camp protects us. But what of our supplies?
We keep them
Right,
safe.
well, at least we've made it to the
Build
refuge.
a storehouse. We are not
And
done
now
yet.
we just gotta build that storehouse.
The storehouse is ready. The supplies are...
Alright, here's the low 720p settings now. So let's go have a look at the actual rest of these settings. Alright, now why don't we go ahead and go hop ourselves back into the game. Well, now here we go, 720p.
Edge of chaos.
And at least we're getting over 30 FPS with this.
North. We
That's
search,
at least cool. Can't quite hit a solid 60, but I'll take it.
save who we
I
can.
don't know why this thing can hit over and the Ally and the Steam Deck couldn't, but hey, I'll take it. But we'll have to wait and see if it does those other stutters I'm more used to it doing. Hopefully it will not do that.
Urson makes me stronger. Follow Urson's trail. On to Dervingard.
Hurry to the beacon. Find the wolf.
We must go on.
I see the beacon. The fort is under attack.
The enemy carry the flag of the wolf.
Alright, well, it looks like we
Must
have
be
found
Skold.
the person that we're going to do battle with.
Where is Dervingard?
Alright, let's go attack him.
Battle draws near. Our soldiers are ready. We see the enemy. The wolf leads an army of Northmen. We're eager to fight. Bring us to battle.
Alright, though. Let's move on.
Alright, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now, and then fight this battle.
Beacon is under attack.
And it seems like we do go over 30 FPS on this PC, so I don't know what was going on with the handhelds. Maybe they just deemed they're not strong enough to do it, so they just can't. But the LIX is stronger than this thing, so I don't know why the heck it was limited. Maybe it had something to do with having it hooked up to the capture computer. Who knows?
Take advantage.
Hope it's doing what the Steam Deck did. Made me think, oh crap, did it freeze?
The journey has been long, but we are ready. Fellow Ungols, we are of Kislev. Show these cowardly dogs what that means. They hunger for blood. Let them taste cold steel.
Damn right.
The beacon is under attack. See for yourself.
Yeah, they definitely got some peeps. So yeah, if this thing can do like this many FPS, the Allies should be able to as well. I don't know what the heck was going on with that.
Cannons fire upon the defenders. Rajdomas, his warriors will attack. Act swiftly. Yuri, the defenders need our help.
Well then help them we shall. Come on guys, let's go.
What's that? There, in the trees.
Oh, there's a Misty. Why hello Misty.
An army.
What you up to,
Those are
little one?
Kislev colors.
Although you're technically not so little anymore. Though technically still little
Must
compared to
advance
me.
and combine our strength. Select your own unit in order to rejoin your forces. Now issue a move order towards your troops. The soldiers are assembled and await your arrival. Your place is amongst the warriors. Your presence grants them courage before the enemy.
Oh. Half the time I get screwed up because I don't notice
Select
those
your
things.
entire army.
So much easier with the
Order is
mouse.
given to all. Order your units forward. Our allies have not gone far.
Come, Ungols!
The soldiers advance. Take this time to practice maneuvering. Remember, orders are issued only to selected units.
We're still staying around 60 FPS. That's impressive. Now, there's probably still times that it's going to drop under, especially in bigger battles, but hey, this is still nice. And if it can do it, the Ally X has to be able to do it, and I bet the Steam Deck could do over 30 in certain situations too. I don't know what was up their butts, but it is what it is.
Our allies fire down upon Skolden's army. His forces scatter. The allies are threatened from the rear. Up close, their bows are no match for swords and spears.
No, they're not. And bows against swords and spears generally doesn't
We
work
must
too
hurry
well.
to their aid.
Orson's call!
Get him! Go get him!
Envelop the enemy as best you can. They have their backs to us. A fatal mistake.
Such a mistake.
The enemy raised the white flag. Their troops flee. The wolves' main pack advance on the beacon.
Okay, I was gonna say, I hope it's not gonna be all weird and white like that the whole rest of the game.
The Allies join our forces. We'll need the reach of their bows. Advance on those hellish cannons. They must fall silent if we are to save the beacon. Attack!
Ah, damn. It seems like it still does do that wonky stutter stuff a little bit. Not as bad, but still does it, at least on my unit. In a game like this, not the end of the world, though. This would still be more than playable like this. That's why I wanted to just play for a little bit longer and just see what happens. But I think this is now a pretty good opportunity for us to go wrap this video on up. So let's go do just that.
Alright guys, that's a wrap for Total Warhammer 3 on the FIREBAT mini PC, and it was actually very playable. Just do 720p low and you can get like 60 to 90 FPS depending on what you're doing. Oh, why hello Misty, I didn't know you were under the bed. I thought you left, that you missed. But alright, so it did unfortunately do that weird stutter stuff, albeit not as bad as it usually does. But I was hoping that that guy was right and it just wasn't going to do it at all. Must just be maybe it's just a problem with my unit, who knows. But somebody else suggested they make a fan unit for that thing. I couldn't find that exact thing they were talking about, but I was just thinking, what if I just went and got like a 120 or 140 millimeter fan, got like a little grill, and then just set that on top, and just set that thing on top of the fan with maybe some little standoffs or something to give it some more airflow underneath that, and then maybe use that. Maybe then it wouldn't overheat. Maybe it was something on the other hand, or on the other side, not the other hand, but that big fan that with all the RGB, that just cools the CPU. It doesn't cool anything else. Well, the CPU and the GPU, with all that's combined into one APU. But the other side is where the RAM and the VRAMs and all that stuff are. So maybe something like a VRM is overheating and it's just not something in hardware info that has a sensor to tell me, because I keep checking that and it just doesn't have anything in the red. I mean, the CPU's in the red, but then I go and look for thermal throttling and it says no. So even as hot as it gets in games, the thing's still not thermally throttling on anything as far as hardware info is concerned. So I'm still trying to figure this out, but it might just be mine's broken. Who knows? But I think I'm gonna try that fan thing here in a little bit and see if that helps. But in any case, I'm blabbering on and on. It's time to wrap this video on up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.